Hello, everyone. This is UccYouth on GospelCraft, and this is the owner and creator, SF, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the history. So if you're interested in joining the server, this might be a helpful video for you, get a little bit of information about the server and what we're trying to do here. And I'm just going to ask SF, first of all, how did you get started with this server and this whole idea and concept?
Well, I have been a Christian for a really long time, and I made a Minecraft server in 2011 that was just kind of a role-playing server. I had all kinds of custom custom races and classes and different things that were typical to a role-playing game. But I was kind of feeling a conviction that what I had, the ability I had to create the custom content that I was adding in, was a gift, and that gift comes from God. And so I was feeling really convicted that I was not only not pointing back to God with that gift, but I was also leading people astray by putting in these mythological storylines that were kind of based on just random Dungeons and Dragons and all these different role-playing games mixed together that often incorporate false gods and false beliefs and magic and sorcery and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
And I was looking at Minecraft and I realized, like, this is, it seems real harmless at a glance, but if you're really paying close attention, just like many of the other games, there's actually some undertones in here that are kind of contrary to Scripture. Like, in the Bible, God defeats the dragon in the end. In Minecraft, you literally go to the end, and you're the one that defeats the dragon in the end. And a lot of these games, the theme is kind of making us out to be like the God of our own life. Right. And so I was starting to feel this conviction, and I was like, man, I really need to start adding in biblical content and pointing back to God for the gift He's given me. And I had kind of a large group of players that played regularly on my server, and they all knew I was Christian, and they didn't seem to have an issue with that. But once I started adding in biblical content, the players and even the staff were telling me that if I didn't quit adding in biblical content, that they were going to leave the server because they didn't want me to add anything religious. And I was like, what are you talking about? We have, like, all this Greek and Roman mythology and all these things that are, that are gods already and goddesses and totems and magic and all this stuff. Right. And they're like, yeah, but that's not real. And I'm like, exactly. And they're like, but you believe in what you're going to add. And I was like, exactly. And so, yeah, so, I said, I had trained a lot of them on how to create custom content on the server, and I said, I'm not going to stop you guys from doing it if you want to, but what I'm going to focus on is going to be biblical content.
Right.
And literally everybody left. There was like a couple of people that would occasionally log in, but the staff members quit playing, the main players quit playing, and I couldn't believe it because they'd been there for years. That server ran for 6 years.
Wow.
And just about everybody left. And so I was feeling really discouraged. And I thought, maybe I'll look around for another Christian Minecraft server that's out there and see if they need any help. And because I just was really not feeling like starting from the ground up. And I wasn't getting a lot of people coming in. And I had already done so many advertisements and stuff for that server the way it was, and I felt like I was trying to put lipstick on a pig by trying to change that server. And so I looked around at different Minecraft servers, and I ended up deciding that they just weren't for me. I felt like there wasn't a lot of biblical content, there wasn't a lot of effort in doing that, they weren't looking to start moving in that direction, and I didn't see any opportunities for me to use my talent. So I opened up another Minecraft server and I called it GospelCraft right from the get-go. Advertised it as a server that's going to introduce scripture through gaming, and I started from there. So we have some custom NPCs that walk around that, like Adam and Eve are at the spawn, and you can right-click on them and they'll say a couple of messages. And I'm still working on adding more content to that, as I was telling you earlier before the video. There's a whole bunch of stuff being worked on. We're redoing spawn. We're adding in more scripture-based content. We have a battleground at 1 Samuel 17, the warp, where you can see David fight Goliath and slay him, and then you can join the Israelites in the battle to go against the Philistine army.
Right. Yeah.
And, we add in custom items with special abilities and stuff that, they enhance the amount of life that you have. And right now we're working on our own custom texture pack. We have, as you guys probably saw, that zombie come up and attack me from behind. That looked like a Philistine. I don't know if you have the custom resource pack on that the server asks you to join, but for me it looks like a Philistine, and that was because Goliath is the giant texture, and that uses the zombie texture to make the giant texture, and so I had to reskin zombies to make Goliath look like a Philistine.
So excited.
We're adding in.
It's going to be awesome.
We've been really going hard on a whole bunch of projects lately. One of the big projects is that we're redoing a resource pack to change things like enchanting to enhancements. And so instead of getting an enchantment book and putting your enchantments on the enchantment table, we're making that into an augment table, and the books are augment books, and they'll have like a slightly different texture, but they'll primarily look pretty close to vanilla texture.
Right.
We're changing the brewing stands into to apothecary looking things, and so we're changing the names to be more fashioned around like apothecary, and instead of calling them potions, we're going to have I can't remember exactly what we decided on, but a lot of the things that have been kind of rooted in paganism and stuff that have been, there's not a ton of it in the game, but what there is, we're trying to root out and make it so that it's a Christian friendly, family friendly server. We've got a lot of great staff that volunteer here, and have a lot of talents ourselves, and we're always looking for more, and people that are, willing to help out in furthering the gospel. We have a Discord server, and we do Bible studies once a week, and we do a Christian book reading once a week, and a lot of times we end up doing spontaneous worship and book readings and Bible readings that are Christian. So it's a blast. I recommend anybody that's interested to come on down and give it a try. Whether or not you're a Christian, everybody's welcome here. We do have a rule set that people need to respect, regardless of their faith. But if they can respect our rules, then they're definitely welcome to join us, and we look forward to being able to answer any questions people might have about the gospel.
Well, that's awesome, SF. Thank you so much for putting all the effort into this. I know it takes a lot of time, a lot of energy, and you've kind of poured your whole heart into this, and I know that you're going to reap the benefits of people coming and hearing the gospel and just their lives being changed. So we are so thankful that you have this server. It's going to be great. And I want to invite other people to come join us. Come check out the builds. Come check out the server. Come check out the Bible study. I think that's every Thursday?
We have a Christian book reading at Thursday evenings, and then a Bible study on Saturday mornings.
Okay. That's so awesome. And I just appreciate the time that you took just to tell us a little bit about the server. And I hope to see more people join us here and see what an awesome server this really is. Thank you so much, SF, for your time today.
You're welcome, man. Praise be to God. And yeah,